Hey, Scott from MMBClub.com here.
And Seth from TheShrinkingPastor.com.
And together, the three of us are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club. Welcome to Tobacco Advent as we continue to count our way towards Christmas 2016. Today's tobacco is rather interesting.
Is it?
And it was sent to us from Chris Huffman. Chris, tell us about this tobacco.
Hey Scott and Seth, hey YouTube pipe community, this is Chris coming to you from beautiful Southwest Virginia, and the tobacco that I'm submitting this year for Tobacco Advent, the tobacco that is the least favorite tobacco of mine, is Cornel Diehl's Crooner. And this was one that I was really hoping that I would enjoy. In fact, I like it so little that I'm not even smoking it now. I'm having a little bit of Lane BCA in my Missouri Meerschaum Marcus, and I was hoping that I would really like this tobacco because the backstory of it is that it was blended to be to be very similar to what Bing Crosby would have enjoyed back in the days that he was around. And Bing Crosby, as we know, is the singer of the very famous Christmas song White Christmas and the lead actor in the movie by the same name. But I just did not like this tobacco. I found it just to be vile tasting. Never took to it, and the people I was around never took to it either. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the burley, the particular kind of burley that they use, or if it's the deer tongue that's added to it, this herb that's added to it. I just didn't like it. So I'd like to get your thoughts on it. I'd like to know what you think.
Okay, so this is interesting stuff. The fact that it was a copy of a favorite of Bing Crosby's, and that he liked to have a tobacco with deer tongue. So deer tongue, it's a plant. I don't know it's not tobacco.
I mean, it's not like actual, like,
yeah, they take
tongues,
a tongue of a deer and they...
Lengua?
One thing I did read about this on the Tobacco Reviews website is not only that you would love or hate it, but that it'll pretty much ruin a briar pipe.
Oh.
So I guess if you hate it, it'll ruin your briar pipe. So here we go. Let's give it a shot.
Kind of interesting smell.
It does.
It's got pieces of, I guess this is the deer tongue?
Yeah, before I looked it
greens.
up, before I looked it up, when I saw that, I thought, is he pulling a trick on us? Is he throwing in some tea or something? No, that's the deer tongue.
Gotta make sure I get some of that in the mix.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Come here, leafy greens. I'm gonna load you right up.
It's a way to get some leafy greens into your diet.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So our question of the day, Chris.
When do I feel is the most appropriate time for Christmas music and Christmas decorations to come on? For the music to be played and for the decorations to be out. And I'll have to admit that I really think it really needs to be after Thanksgiving. I think that Thanksgiving is kind of forgotten about. It's kind of people just don't honor it, I think, the way that they really need to. And I think it's just one of those days that's just looked over now, and it's used more as a day just to carbo load and prepare for the Christmas sales that are coming up. And I think we should maybe do a little bit better job of remembering it how it should be. So that's my stance on it. But just like pipe tobaccos, everybody has a different opinion about what they like and what they don't. So thank you so much for including me in this. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I hope that you find a way to enjoy the Cornel Diehl Crooner. And if you don't, well then we're in agreement on that one. So y'all have a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, so I'm one of those traditionalists. I like Christmas music anytime. There are times where suddenly in the middle of summer, I'll just get an urge and want to play some Christmas music. But as far as when I want to start hearing it back to back to back on the radio or at a store is Thanksgiving. From Thanksgiving on, I'm okay with it. But when you go into places and it's like mid-September and they're playing Christmas music, bad form. How about you?
I tend to be the same. Yeah, I think before Thanksgiving, yeah, I fall into the one holiday at a time camp, generally speaking. So, I don't think we need to have Christmas trees out and Halloween costumes at the same time.
Hobby Lobby had Christmas stuff out and 4th of July patriotic stuff back in late June. Now, I don't think that those stores have much of a warehouse, and so they probably have space that became available when they got rid of their Valentine's Day stuff, and they just put it out. But that was just odd.
That's too early. Bad form, Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I think that's way too early. There have been years we'll listen to Christmas music Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving afternoon. It's, usually good family music, good family time. I don't think I usually start really listening to it until about December, beginning of December.
By the way, Chris, looking down at the envelope, he was very careful to not only have it in a bag, but to seal it in an envelope. It says, "Warning, this stuff is awful. You have been warned." I don't think it's awful. It's different.
I don't think it's awful either. I it's probably not even in the top 10 of worst tobaccos we've smoked.
But it's by no means an aromatic. But it's
No.
not an English either, right? So it's something unique.
But I'm noticing more of the flavor doesn't stand out to me as much as the room note. So I'm smelling something different, something more unique that I'm actually tasting.
What are you smelling?
I don't know.
Is
Evergreen?
it floral? Is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I've gotten a couple whiffs of it. It's not something consistent. I think I probably burned off the deer tongue pretty quick that was in there.
You think so?
I don't know.
What do we know?
I did put a couple big leaves right on top. And I suspect those burned down pretty quickly.
Probably so. All right, so we're curious about two things. Number one, have you had anything with deer tongue in it, and do you like it? This is Cornel and Diehl's Crooner. Also, how would you answer the question? When is it too soon to have Christmas music or holiday music playing? That's it.
Thanks for watching.
See you tomorrow.